Hello, and welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I am your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by Erica Dickson. And Erica Dickson is one of the CPS school board candidates. Erica, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So we are going to get right into it with the time we have. Erica, tell us about your priorities as a school board candidate.
Well, my priorities, I would have to go back a little bit about myself. So I spent time working in the Columbia Public School System up until August in various roles. I started as an attendance secretary. I was an instructional aide, a homeschool communicator, and most recently working in an administrative capacity as the assistant director of student services. And so I remember sitting in our administrative meetings and looking at our data. More particularly our data as it relates to what my children look like and how they weren't seeing success and being enraged, feeling like it wasn't being given enough attention. And here recently, when we released the scores for our school district and we were celebrating our increase, which is great, I saw certain populations of students that weren't seeing success still, and I was taken back to that place. And so I called a good friend of mine and I said, hey, I think I want to do this. I think I want to stand in the gap for those students and those families, and here I am.
Mm-hmm. How many years were you working for CPS?
I started in 2016 and resigned in August. So we're in 2025, so 2024, so 8 years in the system.
Okay. And what would be your plan to engage the community?
So I've spent a lot of time engaging the community over the years, and so my plan would be to continue to rely on my social capital and the relationships that I've built over the years. People show up for relationship, and so where we see a lot of parents that we feel aren't engaging in spaces, it's not that they don't care. I really would love to use my social capital to tap into the folks that are in survival mode on a day-to-day basis. I know a lot what that's like. And so really using that social capital to tap into those folks, to bring them into the spaces, to let them know it's okay to engage in these spaces, and really meeting them where they are.
What do you see, Erica, as some of the issues that those children face that you see as slipping through the cracks?
Yeah, so when we looked at the disaggregated data, it's broken down by school. I don't know if, a lot of people have had a chance to look at that. So you can see clear lines in how our city is divided. I think that's an opportunity to have more collaborative conversations with city officials about the city's impact on the way that our school system is structured. You see areas that are resource deserts. So I don't think it's just solely a school system issue, but I think there are also ways that we could take innovative approaches within the school system to really not say, oh, we're going to continue to do things as we've been doing them just because that's the way that we've done them. Really looking at how are we willing to move in a way that is impactful to reach all of our children, regardless of what's up against us right now.
That's an interesting thing. How do you get people who don't feel like these issues apply to them to care? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know that I want to spend my energy trying to get you to care. I think that we do that quite a bit, and I want to spend my energy focusing on how do I support the people that are most impacted right now. And right, you can't argue the data, right? And so as much as you want to attack certain efforts, we have a responsibility to support all of our students. And we see certain populations still that are suffering more than others. And so say what you want, but we will support all of our students and make sure all of our students feel safe and are successful.
Absolutely. And so tell me what else is important to you in this race.
What is important to me, you know what I was telling somebody last night, I was like, the more I engage, the more things are added to the list. Some things that we've made very trivial and harder than they need to be. I'm just like, I kind of want to break through some of those things. Of course, what I listed as far as seeing all of our students see success and feel that success is important. We have certain populations of students that are suffering regardless of socioeconomic status, and really engaging with those folks. And so that is my biggest passion. But the more that I engage, there's things that are added to the list. And so I'm ready to get to work. Engaging in a political space has been very different for me. As they say, like, I'm about that action. Like, I like to work. And so I'm ready to get to work. And so really just navigating this space so that we can get to work for our kids.
What do you say to people who complain about AMI and snow days?
It has been very interesting to sit back and watch that conversation. I had my son, he made a joking comment on one of the snow days. He said, about this time next year, you're probably going to be getting some choice words. Yes. So it's been interesting, and it's been interesting to see it from different parts of the community, what their different perspectives are. And so really taking that in, because, as a potential board member, that's what I have the responsibility to do. Mm-hmm. But also, there are advantages of AMI days. And so when you look at other school districts and examine the success, I don't think it's a negative thing. I think it's something that could be very useful. I also see ways that we could implement different strategies to be more clear on the work that we're distributing to students. I looked at some different school models where they're very specific by grade level as far as how AMI days work. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think that they're a bad thing. Don't shoot me, but I do think there are some improvements that we can make as far as being more transparent and detailed with our parents and our students.
Understood. Okay, and with our last minute,
yes,
just tell the community why we should vote for you.
As I said, I'm ready to get to work. I think I know I am the one candidate that has worked within the system. And so I think that's very powerful, and not only worked within the system, seen it from all facets. And even more importantly, seen it as a parent. And so I've had my own challenges navigating this space from a parental lens, with a student that's graduated. I have one student within the system and a big age gap, one yet to enter. So whether I'm on the board or not, me and CPS will be in relationship for a really long time. And so really standing in the gap, I'm ready to get to work. I'm ready to see success for all of our students. So
that's wonderful. And where can we find you online?
So I'm on social media. My website, Erica Dickson, 4 schoolboard.com, phone number 573-289-7667. Email me, call me, reach out through the website, and I'm accessible. Invite me to your spaces.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.